Well. There we go. How you doing, everyone? Welcome to the Adobe Express live lesson. It's me, Dom. Good to see you all. If you can stick some comments in the chat, please do that. That'd be great. Nice to hear from you all. I've got a fancy setup going on today. Look at this. You can see me. Slight delay. You can see me. Look at that. Cool, isn't it? Got all sorts of mad stuff going on. I've got 3 screens. I don't know how to use them, but I'm going to try. Right. Welcome, everyone, to Anti-Bullying Week. This is the iPad session. If you're looking for the laptop Chromebook desktop session, there is a link in your teacher's inbox, so you can go there. But this is the iPad session. Welcome, one and all. Right. Let's get going by sticking some fancy stuff on the screen. So first things first, add that to the screen, loading up. There we go. It's Anti-Bullying Week. We're going to do a couple of challenges today. If you need to access this page, let me just get a banner up. If you need to access this page, you might not be able to see the link that well, but there it is, bit.ly/express ABW, Anti-Bullying Week. So there you go. Also, you can use your camera app on your iPad, and you can hold it up to that image on the screen, the QR code there, and it will take you straight through to this page. Okie dokie. Before we go looking through that page to see what is going on, let me remove that. Let's do 3 golden rules. Okay, rule number 1, you should know them by now. Now, you should be working alongside me. When I do something, you should do it. But I am going to be taking it, hopefully, reasonably slow enough that you can all catch up at the same time. That'd be great. But if at any point you feel like, you know what, I just feel like I need a minute or two just to get where I need to go, just without Dom speaking on the screen, and I just need a bit of quiet to get this done, well, that's fine. Just press pause. No problem with that. Just press pause. I don't know, and it's absolutely fine. And then you can just catch up and press play whenever you need to get back on track. That's absolutely fine. But don't sort of press pause straight away. Give yourself, you can work a little bit behind me. That's okay. And then if at some point you're like, I'm too far behind, just press pause and then you can carry on. Right. That's the first rule. Golden rule number 2. If you complete your challenges, you get free swag. I'll be emailing all the teachers who've signed up for this lesson today. If you complete your challenges, let them know, pester them mercilessly, and then they will be able to ask for swag, and I'll send it out free of charge to your school. And rule number 3 is, if you teach your Express skills to other people in your school, could be teachers, could be other classes, other students, it could be a whole school community, could do like a parents thing, whatever it is. If you teach your skills to other people, then you get VIP swag. That's where you get your VIP swag. So please do look out for those 3 things. First, if you need to pause at any time, you absolutely can do. Second, if you do your challenges, you get some swag. Third, if you go and teach other people, you get VIP swag. Right, there we go. So you should be able to access the page that I've got on screen right now, that one, either via the short link, or you've already been given it by your teacher, or you can use the QR code. And the reason why I want you to access that is because in challenge 1, not only does it give us on the right-hand side here a little hint of, what we're going to do and how we're going to do it, but also on the left-hand side, there's a little bit of a problem with the video here. Don't worry, I'll sort that out later. But there are things that are useful, like these things: verbal bullying, social bullying, physical bullying. And there's a little description there as well. So you might want to use those words. They're really useful. That's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to do an infographic. I'm going to be using the Adobe Express app for that, the Adobe Express app. And then challenge number 2 is going to be video editing. And you may well need these things down here. You may well need those things down there. This video down here is more for Chromebook desktop laptop users. The Adobe Express app is getting a whole new fancy kind of upgrade for Christmas, and you'll be able to do everything that they can do on the desktop on the browser version. So don't worry about that. But it is a sort of a little taste of what kind of things that you can do in the future. But we'll be doing it a slightly different way using Spark Video. Okay, if you can only join us for one challenge, that's fine as well. This is the one we're going to get going with first. Okay, let's get going by, let me do this, let me do that, and then let me do this. Nice. Right, we're ready to go. So we're going to get on with our first challenge, which is the infographic. And we're going to do that by opening up the Express app. Now, I've got all of my apps in a handy little folder here, and you're looking for the one with the big A, Adobe Express. Okay, so let's get going on that. Press that one. I just pressed it so you can see which one I'm talking about. I just want to press it once, comes up here. You can see I've already got one in there, say no to bullying. So how do you get going? How do you start? Well, you go to the big plus at the bottom. You see the big plus at the bottom? If you want to, you can start there. But actually, do you know what? I'm going to start from home. I'm going to go home. And then you can see along the top, it says start from scratch. Okay. Now, there are all sorts of different ways in which you can start these, but an easy one is flyers. You see flyers second in from the left. I'll just show you that again. If you go to home and then underneath start from scratch, which you can kind of see at the top, just at the top there, bouncing it at the top. And then just in from the left, flyers. Okay. Right. Now, when it comes up here, you've got this text in the middle. So you can just tap that and then it highlights it. And then down the bottom, you can see a bin. Let's stick it in the bin. Get rid of it. Not interested in that in the slightest. Right. So what kind of things do we need to do to start off? Well, if I just quickly add this to the stage, this is the kind of graphic we're looking to do. So what we're going to do is going to create this kind of shouting face and big body. It's got a green background. You can see it on the right-hand side. How are we going to do that? Well, we're going to do that by, first things first, let's go to, let's, select the actual image in the middle, and you can see it's got color, okay, at the bottom, color. Let's go to color. Now, I mean, you can choose any colors you like. I'm just going to stick with the ones that I know. I'm going to go for that sort of like minty green background. There we go. Always on the iPad app, don't forget to click done in the bottom right. Just tap done in the bottom right. All right, so that we're off to the races already. Then you got add at the bottom. Now you can see there's a little tag which says new right in the middle over shapes. Let's click there. Right, there's all sorts of mad shapes in here. You can see in the top right, there's a search shapes search bar. Excuse me, thirsty work. Right, let's go in there and tap again. And then I'm going to type in circle. Right, so it's easy peasy. Right, just going to get circle. Now, all I want is just the basic shape. So that first one on the top left is absolutely fine. And then I'm going to add it in. Okay. Wow, what an interesting color it's chosen. Beautiful. A beautiful kind of vomity yellow. Lovely. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of get that to be roughly the kind of size of the head that I'm looking for. I'm going to put it up here. And then what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to change the color immediately. Yes, please. So I'm going to change it to kind of like maybe that kind of blue. That'll do. You can honestly, you can do any colors you like, really. I'm keeping mine consistent. I'm going to use the blue and the green and then put red on top in a bit. So that's how I'm going to build mine up, right? So let's have a look at how we'll do this. So we'll get that. Ooh, and then we'll click done in the bottom right. You see, always got to remember to click done. I forgot to do it there. And then you've got this asset here that you can just move around. Now, we've got the head there. If I go to edit, and if I go to duplicate, I get another version. You with me? You with me? Yeah, I think people are with me. Right. So I'm going to go to color on that one. You see it's selected because it's got the bounding box around the outside. The bounding box. That's what that is with the little handles on and stuff like that. Go back to fill, turn that to black. Okay, well, is that a black? That's not a black, is it? It's kind of like a brown. Let's go to black. That's much better. And then I'll click done. Always remember to click done. I always forget to do that. And then I'm going to kind of make it a bit smaller. And then I'll stick it up here. There you go. And it was centered. Did you see that? You see? It's put it on the dotted line. That's pretty good. I'll reduce it. But if you do reduce it, remember to center it again. So that's kind of like the, maybe I'll make it a bit bigger. There we go. That's kind of like the mouth. That's kind of mouth and they're shouting no. Right. Now I'm going to go to edit again. This is how we're going to do this. We're going to use the cheats way, or should I say the intelligent way. We're going to duplicate that again once. All right. Bring it right down. This is going to be one of the eyes. So let me bring that up there. Pop it there. With that still selected, duplicate again. Bring this over to the other side. That'll do. Not too concerned about it being like exact. There we go. We've got a couple of eyes there and we've got a mouth. Right, what's the next thing we're going to do? Let's go to add. Let's go to shapes again. And up in the search bar there, I'm going to put rectangle. Rectangle, there you go. Okay, now the one I'm looking for is that one. You see the one with the little tick there? See the one with the blue tick? Yeah, just checking, making sure you're all with me. The one with the blue tick. The reason why I want that is because it's got those kind of rounded edges on it. That's why I want that one. And what I'll do is I'll just add one. Right, we actually need two of them, but I'm going to add one because, and I'll show you why. So let's change the color. Let's go to black. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to make, press done. Forgot to press done again. I'm always forgetting to press done. Now I'm going to bring this right down. There we go. Keep on bringing it. If I stretch it out that way, it means I can, it should let me, come on, make it thinner. I want to make it a lot thinner. A lot thinner. Yeah, like that kind of thing. Might still be a bit long, actually. Do you know what? If you're getting too small in here, let me click done. You can always zoom in. Use your fingers on your screen just to pinch in and out. You see, pinch in and out. Right, and I want to be much further in, so I can kind of work in detail here. So I've got it much closer to the screen. Right, select that one. Let's move it, and then rotate it. Still a bit big, actually. There we go. There we go. That's better. And then once I've done that, go to edit, duplicate it. Now I've got another one, but obviously we kind of need to flip it the other way. So let's go to adjust and let's flip that. What's that look like? Yeah, that looks good. Looking pretty angry. That's what we want it to be. No to bullying. Want to make it look pretty angry. So that's not acceptable. Not acceptable to be bullying. So let's do that. Right. Next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to put this slightly on an angle, I think. And this is a good way to actually practice how we're doing things here. So I'm still zoomed in. You can see I can zoom out by pinching my screen. I can zoom in by touching and pushing my two fingers apart. That'll do. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to select one thing. Select the mouth, for example. Then if I go down to edit at the bottom, I can select multiple. You see right on the far side, so select multiple. If I touch that, I can go to all. Right, so now everything on the page is selected, apart from the background, actually. Apart from the background's not selected. That's kind of considered sort of a separate thing. So let's go to next. And now that that is all selected, I'm going to group it. You see on the bottom left, group. Right, and then gives me the option just to rotate it. That's fine. That'll do. That looks good. Right, let's click done. And then I'm going to zoom out, get everything on the page. All right, so we're kind of at the start here. At the start. Now I'm going to go press add in the bottom left again. Go to shapes. And then again in here, I'll go for circle. Okay. Put another basic shape in. See that one on the top left? I've just put the tick on it. Yeah. Go to add one. It's gone back in here with this crazy color. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I'm going to go to color at the bottom. You can see it's the American spelling, by the way. Don't spell it like that, please. C-O-L-O-U-R, please. It's called English for a reason. And then you go to, if it's not American, and then we'll go to the blue. So you're going to make sure that you've got the consistent colors here. Go to done. And then I'm just going to stretch this out big time. Right. It's not big enough yet. I want to kind of make it like a body. Yeah. Make it like a body. That looks pretty good to me. It might actually need to be even bigger. Yeah, I think it probably does need to be even bigger. Let me just check how I did it on the last time. Right. Yeah, that'll do. But you can see that it's kind of blocking the mouth a little bit. So if I go to order, I can either press on the left or right hand side to move the slider, or I can just drag the slider. Doesn't really matter. There we go. It's gone underneath now. It's gone underneath. That's good. Press done. Now, why have we done that? Why have we done that? Well, the reason why we've done that, if I just go here, add this one to the stage, what you'll see here is that we've got this kind of text section in the middle. That I want to do something with that. I want to put all those kind of no, the verbal bullying, social bullying, physical bullying. I want to have some space for that in there. So I'm keeping some space for that. So what should we do next? Well, let's go back to the iPad. Right. Let's keep on building our page. Go to shapes again. And I'll go to rectangle again because I'm looking for that rectangle which has got the rounded corners on it. Well, I can use this square one as well. Did you know that the technical name for this is a squircle? A square with circular edges, a squircle. What a great name. Right, I'm going to stretch this out. Stretch it out there. I want plenty of space. Plenty of space. Yeah, that'll do. Maybe bring it down ever so slightly. You see that dotted line? See that one? That's saying slap bang in the middle. That's good. Right, keep that there. And then go to the color. Now I'm going to go for the background color. And you can see it's down the bottom in my suggested colors. That minty green. There you go. So now we've got like a text area where we can put stuff. Right. So I'm going to click done in the bottom left. Cool. Right. What are we up to now? Next thing we're going to do is going to put say no to bullying in there. Right. So, I mean, one thing I could do is because I've got this all selected as a group, I could move this slightly. So we've got a little bit more space. There we go. Something like that. That's cool. Right. Now I'm going to add, I'm going to go to text. And I'm going to say, I'm just going to put say in there. That's all I'm going to put. Say. Done. Right. Now that I've done that, I could go to font. And I could choose a font, which is gonna feel sort of powerful, and that's a good powerful one. ATF Poster, it's called ATF Poster. We'll keep that one. I like it. And then I'm going to bring it over here. There we go. Say. Maybe I can just bring it down ever so slightly. There we go. Right. I'm going to click done there. Right. And then I can select it again. Go to edit. Hope we're going at a decent speed for you. Probably a little bit fast. Not sure. And down the bottom, I'm going to duplicate it. Now, the reason I'm going to duplicate it, the reason why I have duplicated it is because I don't want to go through all of that business of selecting, the font and the color and the size and all that kind of stuff. So if I duplicate it, I get exactly what I had before. But this time, instead of saying say, I want to say to bullying. And then I'm going to put a no in the middle. To bullying. Okay, done. Right, nice. Right. Now, it is a bit big. So you could do a couple of things. Let me just check. I know the spacing is already at 0. So we can't do that. What we can do is just select it. Just bring the size down ever so slightly. And put it in there. That's good. Okay. Say, or maybe, if I bring this one down and this one down, it's not exact, but that's okay. I'm all right with that. There we go. I want to get that off the sides. Get this one here. Okay. And then the next thing is to put a no, like a big no in the middle. So here I'll click done in the bottom right. That's fine. Go to add text again. Go to text. And here I'm just going to write no. That's it. That's it. Right now, it's giving me the same font as I had before. That's fine. But I could go into fonts or recommendations, although I do find that recommendations sometimes are a bit hit and miss, and today they are hit and miss. So let's go in here, and then maybe I'll look for something which is kind of like handwritten, like this one here. Permanent. Yes, that's the one I need. Okay, make it slightly bigger than the other text. Go to color, which is spelled incorrectly. Don't forget the U. And then I'm looking for a really sort of vibrant red. Well, that's almost like an orange. That's great. Yeah, that's good. Like that. There we go. And then I can pop that in there. Say no to bullying. That looks good to me. I'm happy with that. Wonder what you think of that. I think it's good. Right. So what are we going to do now? Well, let me just pop this on the screen. Oh, come on, get in there. There we go. Right. If we go back to that page, you'll see now we're going to have 3 sections of text. You can't see the third one because it's underneath the bottom of the page. But anyway, you're going to have verbal bullying, social bullying, and physical bullying. So they're the 3 kind of sections that we've got to create now. We've got to create those 3 sections. So in order to do that, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to do it this way. First of all, we'll take this no here, go to edit, and then I'll duplicate it, right? And then I'll actually keep it on the same kind of angle, I think. Why not? No, that's 1. No, that's 2. Let me just see how much space I've got to deal with here. Okay, so I've got loads of space. So make sure that they just tuck up ever so slightly, and then duplicate again and stick it around about there. That's good. Yeah, think about there. They look roughly in the right position to me. Maybe this one's got to, maybe I've got to move this one over ever so slightly. Right, roughly there in the right positions for me. And I'm happy with that. But do you know what I should have done is I should have done this to the first one. Change the color to, change the color to black. Do the same for this one. Black, done. Change the one for this one. Black, done. Okay, now what I want is I want 3 icons here, 3 icons to go behind these no's. Okay, 3 icons to go behind these no's. So what I'm going to do here is go to add. I'll go to shapes. And what I'll do is I'll go to, if I go to speech, what have I got here? Okay, nice. That one looks pretty cool. You see the one I've got the blue tick on? Cool. Go to add. Okay, keeps on giving me this really interesting color, doesn't it? Let's change that to one of our suggested reds, which is the same as the red in the mouth that you can see up the top. So let's click done there. Okay, let's arrange. Let's get it in the right place. Right, now you're thinking, well, why is he putting it over that text? Well, I'll put it over that text, and then I'll go to order down the bottom and keep touching on the left-hand side. Yes, there we go. That's where we want it. Put it in the right place. No. Done. Right, on the next one, there's different ways of doing it. You could go to edit, and you could go to duplicate, stick it in the right place. There we go. That's looking pretty good. And then this time, now that you've got that, you want to do something different, really, just to sort of, you know, mix it up a bit. Well, you've got replace in the bottom left there. Can you see the replace? The 2 arrows down the bottom? Replace. So instead of speech this time, maybe we'll do bang, kind of explosion type thing. What have we got? What have we got? What have we got? Right. Let's keep going down. Yeah, like this one. That's good. You see? Might need to just make it ever so slightly bigger. That's all right. Perfect. And then I could duplicate that one, put it in the right spot, and again, duplicate. And this time I'll go for more like thinking, something like that. So I'm looking for sort of, you know, icons that represent people having thoughts. Yeah, this one, great. But I don't want it in that, I don't want it to be that shape. I'm gonna go to what am I gonna go to? I'm gonna go to adjust. I'm gonna flip it because I want that trail, you know, the thinking trail, the circles. I want it to be going that way. There we go. I just moved the position ever so slightly, didn't I? There we go. I think that is roughly perfect. I like that. That's good. So what am I going to do now? Well, I need to put in, if I show you, go there. Need to put in those titles: verbal bullying, social bullying, and physical bullying down the bottom. So what are we going to do? Let's go back here. Okay. I'm going to go to, you see the to bullying bit at the top? You see that one? Well, if I go to edit, and then if I go to duplicate, then I can bring that down. Good to get it kind of, actually, I'll probably align it to the top there. That'll do. Now, I want the color to change for a start. I want it to be that red. Done. And then I'm going to go to edit, edit text. And the first one is going to be verbal bullying. Okay, verbal bullying. Okay, done. Right, it's gone on to 2 lines. Not ideal. Stretch that box out. It's gone on to 1 line now, but it's too big for that, for the kind of size of document we've got. So let me put it there. You can see, you can't quite see the yellow line, which is actually aligning it, but it is actually aligning and snapping to the top of the speech bubble on the left, which is perfect. Now I've got that one there. Again, duplicate it. So you've got verbal bullying. The next one's going to be, and it's also aligning there as well, which is ideal. And instead of verbal bullying, I'll edit that, go to verbal and go to physical. Actually, physical is the one at the bottom. So let's grab that and put that in there. That'll do. And then you can duplicate it again. And this one in the middle is actually emotional bullying. So you can double click that text and then double click physical and go for emotional. Okay, stretch that box out. Right, this looks like it's the longest one so far. That's all right. Just about fits on there. You might want to just tweak it and just bring it down ever so slightly so that people don't know it's actually smaller, but it is. That'll do. Right. We're doing okay here. We're doing okay. Let's take a little bit of a breather. So we've got our sections here. We've got our 3 sections. We've got our face at the top. We've got our body. We've got our section in the middle where all of our detail is going in. We've got our 3 headlines there. All sorts of stuff going on. Right. Let's do some fun stuff. Let's go to add at the bottom. Go to design assets. And here you can go and search for torn paper. And if you came last week to our session, you'll have used torn paper before. Got to go down before you get some really good ones. Which one am I looking for? Yeah, this is one. We actually used this for Remembrance Day last week. It's a really good one. Add that in there. Just gone in. Want to make sure that it's across the page. I might just give it a little slight tweak in terms of angle. Looking good. And then, you know, you can use colorize. Actually works perfectly, doesn't it? That works perfectly. Don't really need to change that. You could use duotone and then change the sliders to red, but actually don't think you need to. You can just use colorize if you want to use a shortcut. That's perfect. Bring it down ever so slightly. Just make sure that it definitely stretches across the bottom. Okay. And then you could add in something here. So you could press add, go to Adobe Stock, and I searched for, what did I search for? Child microphone. There we go. Alrighty, what am I looking for here? I'm looking for somebody, not microphone, silly. Megaphone. Alrighty, what have we got? Yes, right. I'm looking for something that I can take the background out of really easily. So maybe something like this one. Choose anyone, it doesn't really matter. As long as it's got a background, you can take out really easily. Move freely is the thing you need to do here. Move freely. All right. You don't want to pin it to the background. And then I can pop this down here and then go to edit, remove background. Nice. What has happened there? Let me just go back on this. Let's go done and go back. Right. It's taken out a little bit of extra something which I didn't want to. Let's try that again. Yeah, it has, isn't it? That's a bit strange. Why is it doing that? Let's cancel that. And then let's cancel again. And actually, let's replace that. Adobe stock photos. Yeah, it didn't do a particularly great job on that, which was a shame. Child, megaphone again. Oh, megaphone. Okay. Right, let's try a different one. This one. Let's try that. Add. Right. Remove background. Come on, you're going to do it for me. Yeah, that one's worked well. Cool. That'll do. Pop that in there. And then you can do something like, you can just keep that in there as it is. I just thought we'd do something fun before we get back onto text. We're going to get back onto text now. So verbal bullying, emotional bullying, physical bullying. You can put examples. Let's get some text going. So what's some examples of verbal bullying? Stuff like teasing. What else? We can say stuff like teasing, name calling, threatening. Let's go name calling. Let's put 2 in for now. That's fine. And then I think I'm going to want them all on one line. There we go. Obviously, that's way too big in terms of text. Let's put that in there. Reduce it down still. There we go. I'm going to put in a couple of examples and then align it to the center. That works nicely. And then I can duplicate that, bring it down. What's some examples of emotional bullying? Well, it could be stuff like excluding, embarrassing, stuff like that. So let's put excluding. When you're excluding people, that is bullying. When you're embarrassing people, double R and double S, excluding and embarrassing, they're 2 ways that you can emotionally bully people. So let's leave that out. Don't need any of that. Thank you very much. Put that in the right position. Good stuff. And then you can duplicate that again. Physical bullying. Well, that one's kind of an easier one, isn't it? We all know what that looks like. Let's go to edit and then we go to like hitting, pushing. I can put another one in here. Why not? Kicking, hitting, pushing, kicking. There we go. Get them in there. Get them down the bottom. Look at that. This is looking pretty special, isn't it? I really like this. This is looking great. I'll do one more thing. You see where we got the kind of the young man with the megaphone here. You could make it a bit bigger. There we go. I mean, it might even bring it down ever so slightly. And I could do something like take some of my text, duplicate it, bring it here, and then just tap it to edit it. Bullying makes me feel right. And then I'll put that into a kind of, is this going to get into 2 lines? Yeah, not so much. There we go. Bullying makes me feel. I'll align that to those things at the top. And then what I can do in here, once I've clicked done, I mean, maybe I can make my box ever so much bigger here. That's good. Yeah. I mean, I might change that color of that text to white, actually. That looks good. Bullying makes me feel. And then you can add in, I mean, you could add in, if you go to, I mean, yeah, if you go, what stickers? Let's try some stickers. Nah, they're all like Giphies. Nah, let's add in shapes. And then if I went to something like sad, for example, what are we going to get? Here we go. Yeah, you can put in something like that. Add that in. Bring that right down. Bullying makes me feel. Put that next to it. Change the color. Let's make it a bright yellow. Something like that. That's nice. There we go. I mean, maybe I'll actually bring this over. Yeah, maybe I'll put that onto 2 lines. Line it up. There we go. That's all done. Done and dusted in half an hour. That's not bad, that. I'm happy with that. There's loads of good things about that. I'm really pleased. One thing I will just do, just so that you've seen how to do it and you might want to try it again sometime, is I'm thinking there's still a little bit of space at the top of this kind of text box that we've got in the middle here, which contains all of our no's and our verbal bullying, emotional bullying, physical bullying. So what you can do is select one thing, go to edit, select multiple, and then I just want to start selecting low in like all of these bits on this page. Just tap them one by one. Oh, yeah, I think it's getting, I think I might have missed one thing. Yeah, and I've got it now. Next. And then if I group them just to make it easy for me, and then I'm going to just bring it up ever so slightly, just to give my work a little bit more room. There we go. Click done. What do you think of that? I think it's great. I'm really impressed with our work. This is actually Kyle's idea. If you've been on a live stream before, you might have seen Kyle. This is Kyle's idea, and I love it. It's great, isn't it? Say no to bullying. There you go. There's your poster, and it's all done. You can play around with swapping up the colors and stuff like that. You could also, if you're going to print this out, for example, you could also, if I go to edit and delete that, and put that back into like, there we go, into a little box like that, then you could always make a little box. So click done, add, go to shapes, and then here, I do like the squircle, so let's just go to rectangle, rectangle, and then I could pop one of these in, squash it down a little bit, and give people a little text box where they can write in how they feel. Still a bit big. And then adjust the color. And then you're giving other people their say. Bullying makes me feel. And then they can write in there. That's another way of doing it, which is great, isn't it? If you wanted to have 2 variations, you see right on the top of this screen here, you've got a little box with a 1 in it. Can you see that there? Just grade it out. I'll go back. You can see it right at the top. You press that. You can duplicate this page. You can see down the bottom it says duplicate. Now you've got 2 versions of the same page. Go to that page. If for some reason it's taken out of the background, let's put that back in. But then you could swap so that you, if I go to edit and delete that, and then add and go to shapes, and then, search for sad again. This is just a good tip of how you can, let me add in the sad face, change the color of it. There we go. Change the size of it by just pulling those handles down, change the position of it. So you've got 2 versions basically of the same poster. You see, you've got one with the box where people can write in. You've got one with the smiley face. Brilliant. That's perfect. Let's go back to this one. And if you wanted to download it, you can press, you see on the top, very top of the screen, the iPad screen, you've got a download. It's like a down arrow. Export this page. I'm just going to export this page on its own. Download it. It's going to go straight to my camera roll. You can see that on the screen. And then if you want to share it, you press the up arrow. I'll share this page as well. Won't do both pages. Press share. And then it's going to say, well, where do you want it? Or what do you want to do with it? And, I'll do things like I can copy the link or something like that. And yeah, there you go. That's how you create a poster in Adobe Express for Bullying Week, Anti-Bullying Week. And there you go. Right. We're about 40 minutes in. It's time for a little switch up, a little switcheroo. Right. So we're going to be using Spark Video here. Let me select it. There we go. Let me go back home. You'll probably get to a screen which is maybe like this, something like that. Your My Videos are on the right-hand side. Your Inspirations on the left-hand side. But you got a big plus, and it comes up with this. Right. Before we actually get there, let's have a look at what we're actually doing. So let's add this to the stage. Cool. So challenge 1, done. Right. Time for challenge 2, video editing. Create a video for your fellow pupils on how to help someone who's being bullied. Okay, this is what we're doing. So you've got 3 sections there. You can see them. If you witness bullying, tell the person being bullied, a person who is being bullied may need to talk to someone. Right, so you've got 3 things, 3 sections for your video. And also, you probably want to do like an intro. You could do an outro as well. Or an ending. I call it an outro. Intro and outro. Introduction, outroduction. Outroduction is not actually a word, but hey, whatever. So let's add that back to the stage. Right. Let me show you how to get back to this again. Let's just come out of that. So if you're in the Adobe Express, Spark Video app, you can see it there. That's the one. And you come into the home page here. Press the plus at the bottom, the big red plus. And there are things you can do. Start with My Photos, use a story template. I'm just going to skip to editor. I think that's the best way. Now, what you'll see down the bottom is you've got 3 slides already. You've got slide number 1. You see it? Slide number 2. Add your own credits. Yeah. You can actually hide that. Probably will hide it actually. And then slide number 3, which I'm going to hide that as well. You won't. So a lot of you won't have that. That's fine. That's just because I'm using a work thing. And also let me get rid of the stamp. Okay, right. So we're all sort of in the same place now. So the first thing is going to be just like an opening title screen for your video. Let's go to the plus. And you can see on the right-hand side, you get all these options. Let's go to add some text. Let me use the microphone. Anti-Bullying Week. Nice. You see, isn't that good? You can type if you want. Also, you go in and refine what's going on. I'm just tapping and holding until I get the cursor, and then Anti-Bullying Week. There we go. Might bring this, bring it down ever so slightly. You can also put it into different parts, different places on your screen or in the middle. But then if you can see there's a little plus in the top left as well. Press that plus. And here I'm going to go to photo. And then you can see one of the options is find free photos. I'll go there and I'll go to, do you know what? One of the things with Anti-Bullying Week is that often, there's a lot of images of people being bullied. Well, I'd rather be sort of a little bit more uplifting than that. So I'm going to go to like a superhero, because quite frankly, if you help someone who is being bullied, that is being a superhero. So let's do that. Loads of mad photos in here. Love it. Right. You can do all sorts of stuff in here. You do whatever you want. This one is pretty cool. I mean, I wonder what happens if you go like Superman. Is that going to give me different results? Hey, nice. This one's cool. Hey, this one's super cool. Holding some grass. Yeah, maybe that's not exactly what I was looking for. Maybe I'll go for this one. Yeah, that's fun. Let's do that. Anti-bullying week. And you can see that at the top here, they've got layout, theme, resize, music, and share. Right. So what you could do is here you could go title and text. So I might put like Dom Trainer in here, and you'll see that this is slightly not, well, it's not bold compared to the text at the top here. There we go, that'll do. But then also I think actually I want to put it over to one side, maybe. There we go. And then with my Superman, I can, you know, use my fingers, pinch in and out until I get exactly where I need to go. Yes, Anti-Bullying Week by Dom Trainer. Now, once you've got that, you might want to put a voiceover on, because at the moment it's not really doing anything. Now there is some music. I don't think you can hear the music, but there is some music on there. That's fine. We'll change that later. But I don't think you can hear that when I'm presenting now. That's fine. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to press and hold the voiceover button here, and I'm going to record some voiceover for it. So I'll just think of an introduction, something like, welcome to my anti-bullying information video. Yeah. I say okay to that. Hi, and welcome to this anti-bullying week information video. Perfect. Right, let me just check if let's get the volume up on this. You might be able to hear it now, I'm not sure. Hi, and welcome to this anti-bullying week information video. Cool, that'll do. That's absolutely fine. Right, so now I'm going to press the plus right in the bottom right-hand side. I don't know if you can see that. Bottom right-hand side. Let me just turn off this banner. I didn't realize it was still going. How annoying. Yes. In the bottom right of your Spark video screen, you can press the plus. It's going to give you another kind of screen to work on here. Another slide, another scene, another card. People call it all sorts of different things, really. Now, on this one's all going to be about, like, what do you do if you witness bullying? Like, take action if it's safe. Support the person being bullied by walking away with them. Right. So let's think of an appropriate photo. I'm going to press the plus in the middle, go to photo, and I know, like, maybe I'll say something like just like friends. Okay. Right. Now we're looking for, you could, hey, there's some great ones there. There's loads of photos here that you could use. And maybe I'm just looking for someone who's like giving someone a bit of support. There you go. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Friends, you can put things like friends walking, something like that, anything you like. Right. If I go to layout here, what you could do is go to caption, something like that, which means that you can actually put some text on the screen. Now, if I come out of there, right, if I go to, let's not go there, let's go here, go down to my second bit. Right, I could select all of this text here, all right, and then I could go back to my video here, go to the plus underneath, and then I'm going to paste in all of that text. Now, you can keep that text on there if you want to. That's absolutely fine. But I'm using it so that I can read my voiceover. That's the most important thing to me. I'm reading it so I can say my voiceover. Ready? If you witness bullying, take action if it's safe. Support the person being bullied by walking away with them. Okay. So what you can do here, now you've got a choice. You could keep all of that text on there. Maybe I'll even reduce the size of it, reduce it down quite a lot. And then I could take it and put it into the top left. That's kind of nice. I like that. But also what I might do in there is I don't want to put all the text in. I don't want people to have to read it all because I'm actually saying it. So maybe I'll just use a bit of it. If you witness bullying, take action if it's safe. And then my voice is going to do the rest of the work. Let's check it out. If you witness bullying, take action if it's safe. Support the person being bullied by walking away with them. So you see, you've got some text on there, but also the image is supporting it as well. You don't have to put all the text on the screen, because too much text on the screen, people kind of switch off and they don't really want to read it that much. But if you put a little bit on there and then use the image to support that, that's a nice way of doing it. Okay, let's go to another slide now. I just press the plus in the bottom left. And one thing that I will show you is that you can actually move these slides around really easily. Put that one in there. Okay, now let's go back to this page here. Right, second bit. Tell the person being bullied we will go with them to a trusted adult. Let them know you'll back them up. Right, let's go back to Spark Video here. So let's have a look at another layout. Press layout at the top again. Go to a split screen here. Right, so you can put your text on the left or the right. It doesn't really matter. Let's put it on the left-hand side. Right, once I've pressed that plus, just tap in the screen, paste, and then click done. Now I can record my voiceover. Tell the person being bullied you'll go with them to a trusted adult. Let them know you will back them up. So in this kind of situation, and given the fact that we're in school, what kind of person would you go to? What kind of trusted adult would you go to? Well, of course, you're going to go to a teacher. So let's press the plus, or one of the adults in your school. We can go to photo. I could go to search for teacher. Ideally, we're looking for a teacher who's looking incredibly kind. Okay, someone like, they're looking very kind, aren't they? Aren't they looking incredibly kind? Now, in terms of, let's click done there. In terms of layout, you can just about see just above that lady's head. You can see there's a double arrow pointing either way, so you can flip that around. So, in all honesty, it's probably better to have the person looking into the center. That would be a design rule that I would say would be one to follow. Have that lady looking into the center. That looks better, I think. Right, let's just play that. Tell the person being bullied you'll go with them to a trusted adult. Let them know you will back them up. So that's an example of how you could use all the text. Personally, I actually think that is better. Having less text is better. So you could, take out a little bit of text. Once you've done your voiceover, you see, you don't actually need that text if you don't want to. Okay, let's go there. Because, you don't want to overwhelm people with text. It'll switch them off. So when you're actually going to doing a video and you've got a voiceover on there, that's a good thing to do. Right, let's press the plus here. We've got our third bit of advice. Let's go back here. A person who's being bullied may need someone to talk to. You can listen to the person and offer support. Okay, let's go back here. So I could put my text in, put text in here. There we go, paste it in, done. Record my voiceover now. A person who is being bullied may need someone to talk to. You can listen to the person and offer support. Okay. So in terms of a good background here, you could go to photo rather than teacher. You could go to like talking. I'm not sure whether that'll be a really good one. I mean, that's quite cool. The one with the that's quite good actually. What a completely mad photo that is. You'll be able to see it better when once I've done my voiceover. A person who is being bullied may need someone to talk to. You can listen to the person and offer support. Okay, now for this one, let me get rid of that text. It's a bit of fun, isn't it? I like that. That's quite a funny photo. You're listening to someone, offering them support. Right, now go to plus. Now here, when you're in this layout, which is the full screen layout, okay, this is the only layout that this works on. You can put an image and an icon on top. So press that plus, go to icon, And this one, I'll go, that, what about help? Something like that. Wonder what I'll get there. That's quite an interesting one. That's quite an interesting one. Yeah, there's all sorts of different ones like offering support, love and support. That's a nice one. You might have to get. I mean, another good one was thought that one was good, like offering someone help and support. Thought that was quite good actually. Um, but actually, I might go back to maybe if I put support. What would that get? What's that going to give me? Yeah, that's quite good. Like the one with the holding hands there. That's quite cool. Yeah, I think that's quite good. I like that. It's kind of that idea of offering support with that really weird photo in the background. A person who is being bullied may need someone to talk to. You can listen to the person and offer support. Right. If you ever need to switch out a photo because you're like, you know what, that one's a bit strange, you could go down here and you could look for. I mean, that's quite good, isn't it? It just kind of like puts a nice little edge on it, or like two friends, something like that, offering support. That's nice. So I think I'll use that one, something like that. And then what are we going to do here? Well, that you could hear the music, I think. A person who is being bullied may need someone to talk to. Right. Now, if I'm like, I'm not really sure. I think that much of that music is not that great. Well, maybe I'll go for something like, yeah. No. Distant telegram. That's a good one. I like that. And you can see that you can change how strong the music is. I'm going to put it about 1/3 in. Right. Now that you've done all of that, you can listen to it from the start by pressing the play button, which is right in the bottom left corner. Right in the bottom left corner. Hi, and welcome to this Anti-Bullying Week information video. If you witness bullying, small amount take action if it's safe. Support the person being bullied by walking away with them. Tell the person being bullied you'll go with them to a trusted adult. Let them know you will back them up. So it's some text, but not all of it. The person who is being bullied may need someone to talk to. You can listen to the person and offer support. There you go, and you got offering support. Now, I'm glad I watched that through. That's great. But actually, I think I need a little sort of video at the end, and sorry, a little something at the end, just just to sort of round things off. And this one, I'll go to layout, and then maybe I'll go to split screen. Say no to bullying, something like that. And I'm actually, what am I doing? I need to put that as in as text, don't I? Say no to bullying. Bullying. There we go. Make it as big as possible. There we go. Done. And then maybe I'll flip these around. That was the little you see it right at the top there, the double arrow right at the top. Yeah. And then on the right hand side, you can go to photo, and then here, maybe like search for something like team or something like that. What are we looking for here? Yeah, this is a good one. I like this. Yeah, something like that. Say no to bullying. That's cool. And do you know what? I'm not actually going to put a voiceover on that. I'm not going to put a voiceover on that. I think that speaks for itself. But what I am going to do is go to theme. Okay. And then you can see down here, I've got a brand theme at the top. I made it ages ago. Don't worry about what that is. It's not that important, really. But down the bottom, you've got Spark themes, Tidal, Elevate, Flare, Focus, Noir, Statement, Mega, Sage. So actually, I think Flare is quite a good one. But I'm going to mix this. I'm going to change the colors up maybe like an orange. And what you'll see is it changes everything. It's given like an orange tint to that first slide. It's given an orange tint, and then put an orange box behind the second one. That's changed the font and the font color. Again, an orange tint. I mean, if you use the little the two arrows that are going out in and out of each other on that orange box, it will also just flip around how things work as well. You can see that doing it down the bottom. You see now that's black and orange. Do I like that? I'm not sure I do. Let's try that one. Yeah, maybe I'll try the purple. Again, you can flip that up if you want. But you can also come back out and then, I mean, I do like the noir one, actually. The noir is quite good, or mega's quite good. And the transitions are ever so slightly different. Yeah, I remember this one. This one's a good one. Let me try these ones, and then I'll flip that. Yes, that's what I want to do too. And then also in here, actually, I'm gonna take all of this, and I'm gonna put my caps lock on. Say no to bullying. That's better. Say no to bullying. And then I'm really happy with how that all works. So again, once you've done that, once you've changed your theme, you've got your music and stuff like that. Hi, and welcome to this Anti-Bullying Week information video. If you witness bullying, take action if it's safe. Support the person being bullied by walking away with them. Tell the person being bullied you'll go with them to a trusted adult. Let them know you will back them up. A person who is being bullied may need someone to talk to. You can listen to the person and offer support. And no voiceover on that last one. I think that's better. So there you go. That's how you create a video. That's pretty simple, really, isn't it? That is pretty simple. So in terms of sharing, you've got the little share button in the top right. There you go. You can see you've got save to camera roll. You've got copy link to clipboard. So depending on what you want to do, I would say generally you probably want to copy link to clipboard rather than putting all of your videos onto your camera roll, because you'll soon fill up the space. So you can do copy link to clipboard and press that again, and then it'll take. I mean, it's pretty fast on the iPad. I always find. Depends. You'll have to see what your connection is like. But you'll see it says down the bottom, exiting this screen will cancel the process. So once you've started that process, don't let that screen go. And then you'll have it, you can copy that and you can do whatever you need with it. Okay. Oh, hang on. Let's have a look here. Okay, I think maybe I was doing the last bit of that section without actually having it on the screen, which is a real shame. I wonder. Let me just show you through this. Let me just show you through this project, just in case you missed a lot of it, because I'm not sure at what point I forgot to switch back. That is a real shame, isn't it? So we've got our first one here. What's the layout on here? This is title and text, and I moved it over to the left-hand side. Second one here, it's a caption. It's a caption layout. You can move this around if you want to. You can also tap on your photo and kind of zoom in and move it to places if you want to as well. There you go. That's quite cool. This one, with this one, what I did was I actually flipped the layout, you see, because that way it kind of felt like the person was looking out of the scene and I wanted them to be looking into the scene. That one I used the full screen layout because that's the only one where you can use an icon on top of a photo. That's very important, using an icon on top of a photo. And then in the last one, I went back to a split screen and I didn't put a voiceover on that one because I just thought, you know what? The words and the images say enough. They say enough. And if you ever want to change your theme, you've got it in there. I think that was the bit that maybe I stopped sharing my screen, which is a real shame. And I do apologize for that. But yeah, you can flip them up just by going in here. And then you can, there you go. I mean, I actually do quite like that dark one in a way. It's quite cool. That's nice. But it might make you decide that you actually want to flip it around a bit. So you have a little go and see how you feel. And once you're done, you can press share and copy link to clipboard. Same thing again, copy link to clipboard, and it will do all of that. And if you make changes and you want them to be seen on your published link, you have to make sure that you go to share and publish again and copy link to clipboard again. Otherwise, those changes won't go out to that piece of work that you just completed. I'll show you this. Like, for example, if I've got one on my clipboard already, and I go up here and link that you copied, allow paste. All right, still preparing the video. That's one thing you'll find as well, is that sometimes, you'll have the link, but actually it's still being prepared in the background. And this page will refresh automatically when it's ready. But anyway, if you do make any changes, don't forget to go back to your app and press copy link to clipboard again, and it will refresh that link so that it comes through. All righty. Okay. Well, apart from that disaster of not sharing the right screen that we were on, I thought that was a really good session. I tell you, I really liked the graphic we did. Wasn't that great? I'm not sure which one I like better, that first one or the one with the icon on it. I think I actually like the one with the icon on it. It's kind of simple and nice. I just move that ever so slightly. But there you go. It's really good, that, wasn't it? Really interesting. And don't forget that torn paper. You can also make it a bit bigger if you need to. And then I've got my guy here shouting in the microphone. I mean, it might also just, have him looking up ever so slightly, as if he's saying no, no, no to all of these things, which is quite cool. Right, there we go. I should probably put that one on the screen as well. To the stage, that one. There we go. That's the one. What's going on with me and sharing today? One absolute shocker. Right, there we go. That's all done. Don't forget to get your swag if you complete your challenges. I'm going to email all your teachers about 4 o'clock today. I'm going to email them all and say, hey, get your swag. Don't forget your swag. So if you completed your challenges, ask your teachers to get some swag. If you teach other people how to use those express skills, you get VIP swag. And also, there's another session coming up. COP23 Climate Change Conference is happening next week. And we've got a couple of sessions going on for that. So don't forget to sign up for that. And then I'm going to be releasing the Christmas ones. Am I allowed to say that? I hope not. But anyway, there we go. Hope you had a good one. I hope you enjoyed that. Hope you didn't mind that I forgot to share the screen a couple of times. But otherwise, good job on those challenges. And hopefully I'll see you